What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the EA FC Career Mode. It's episode number 98, Doxy boy, coming in a bit late like Declan Rice, but I still arrived. What a game last night, man, seriously. And speaking of games, great game in our last one, our first loss with Luton, the 3-2 loss away at Old Trafford, aiming to bounce back today. Loads to get through. We'll have the remainder of the January summer transfer window, sorry. We'll have the draw for the Europa League group stage, and we'll have a few more games as well. We're still 75 million in the budget. We are not done for signings just yet. Starting off with this bid as well. This is a tough one. Manchester United just beat us, obviously last year's champions, winning the Premier League as well. I think Camavinga's been here since season 7 now, the first year we left with Luton Town. And I'm not against letting him go at 30, saying I want to make this team younger as well. They're playing Champions League football, we're playing Europa League football. They've just delivered the first blow on us for the title and in the final year of his deal. Well, I mean, I'm not too interested in Neuer, but if you want to give me Bellingham, Ten Hag, I'd certainly consider that. No, just kidding. Can you imagine? Deal of the century. I still think we can get close to market valuation for Camavinga again. Yes, he's in the final year of his contract. Yes, he's 30 now. He's still one of the best DMs in the world. And I still think, well, there we go. Right on cue. Market valuation is the deal we'd agree. Players don't decline like they used to as soon as they hit 30, so you don't need to be pressured into selling them like before. We got Sung-Soo, who in my opinion is going to get just as good as Camavinga. Elite defensive stats on this guy, and he can pass the ball as well. Maybe not quite at the same level as Eduardo with that elite short pass and long pass stat, but even so, he's good enough. He's more than good enough to replace him. So once that deal goes through, could either get in Mario Maldonado, who we were talking about in the last episode, or look elsewhere. I guess we'll see. We'll wait for that deal to go through first and see what our budget's looking like after that. Love Camavinga, heck of a player, great versatility, and an elite technical player as well as great physicals as well. But I think as we try and make this team younger, this is the right deal in the final year of his contract as well. Eduardo off to Old Trafford. So looking at the players on the shortlist now. With the money we've got, we can definitely bring in someone world-class now. And I have to say, Mario Maldonado would literally be perfect. 99 stamina, high defensive work rate. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but it'd definitely be my sort of side, no doubt about that. And still on 31 grand a week. Come on, Sociedad. I think he's worth a bit more than that, even in my absence. I don't really know who to go for now. I mean, again, Mario would make absolute perfect sense. You try and get Ondrej back as well. You know, obviously you've got a couple of new gen, or I should say regens here, who are just absolutely elite. Bianco from Leicester, you know, I'd like to bring this guy back. We never really got to use him at AC Milan, but my goodness, he's unbelievable. He would cost me a pretty penny, of course, and I know how much you guys want me to bring back either Gabriel Long or Abdul as well. I think we're just slightly out of the budget for these two here, and I don't just want to sign one more player. I want to get two. So I might leave them both at Sociedad Milan for Season 1 and then maybe look at them both for Season 2. Instead, I'm going to look to do a straight swap for Camavinga with Mario Maldonado at Sociedad. Bought him there from Real Betis. I turned him into the player he is now. And it's time for him to return with me for the new challenge in England. First time leaving Spain, and he deserves a lot more money than that as well. Contract dispute at Sociedad. You'll get a bumper pay packet here, mate. Yep, clearly not getting paid as much as he deserves at Real Sociedad, but here at Luton Town, I'll introduce him to those Premier League wages he's been holding out for. If I can afford him, that is. Wow. I mean, come on, man. This guy is turning into one of the best DMs in world football. So, of course, it's only fair to be asking for a monster bid like that. But I still think I can get him cheaper. Sociedad think otherwise. I reckon this deal's going to fall short, you know. But there's still a week to go till the transfer window slams shut afterwards. So we still got time. 110 mil for Mario? No, but we can meet somewhere in the middle there. I'm going to go for 112.5 million. Massive deal. Just over 20 million pound more, but 88 rated at his young age as well. And on his way to becoming the best DM in world football. The ideal successor for Camavinga. Welcome to the Premier League, Mario, where your wages get trebled. Yep, up to 100 grand a week. Straight away, he asked for a massive pay increase. Contract dispute with Sociedad. Knew he could get more money here in the Premier League, and that's exactly the case. 100 grand a week, 5-year deal, and Mario Maldonado is reunited with Doxy Boy. I said I was going to bring some former Milan and Sociedad players back. But so far, whilst Long and Abdullah remain their respective teams, Cox and Maldonado are here with me at Luton. So, written to the FA, got special permission to change Samuel's number from 6 to 3, which makes way for Mario to become our official number 6. And it feels right, because this guy is a pure 6, and he's going to become the best 6 in world football in just a couple of years. 23 years old, but already those physicals are just ridiculous, man. And technically so comfortable on the ball. I said with Sociedad, man, this guy barely misplaced a pass, and he's literally, and I mean literally, the perfect player to sit alongside Alex Anderson with those low high work rates. I think I will keep him on balance, to be fair, and improve the offensive stats a little bit more as well for when he does venture slightly further up the pitch. But Mario in, and what a success for Camavinga. Yes, one rating lower, but 7 years younger and going to get better in no time at all. Mario, welcome to the Premier League. Can I borrow a fiver, mate? Right, first game, we're back home, aiming to get back to winning ways, and it's Aston Villa. Do you remember we always used to beat them up until like season 4? Well, here at Power Court, aiming to inflict our second loss in us on a row, as Danny Loader is still there and back here in Luton. We still love you, Danny. Win that one in. Mario flicks onto Cox. There's Joel offloads to Shirky. Anderson, don't go too far out of position, mate. Kowalczyk, wonderful. Shirky, Cox for his second in 2 at home. Good stop by the Ukrainian Trubin and push behind for a corner. That should have been the opener in what has been so far a tense opening half an hour. Ryan with the corner, floats one in, and Pavel heads just over. Plenty of the game to go, but I say this a lot. The longer these sort of games go on at 0-0, the more you start to worry. You might fail to get that winner, and you might end up losing it for a late goal in a 1-0 defeat. Plenty of time. And right now, just one-way traffic. Just got to be more clinical. That's yours, Maldonado. Went in. Oh, he's so good. So good. Wasn't going to get the money in Spain, but he'll definitely get it here. Cox. Kowalczyk. Bang. Ain't going to miss that. And Powell continues his red-hot start. The ex-Everton man still here and still as good as ever. Almost there. There's Maldonado on his debut. This is what he did at Sociedad, man, which, you know, I say, like, it's so hard to give these guys, like, praise and, like, airtime in the highlights, because it would just be too long of a video to condense. But him winning that ball back there, crucial to start the move off for what is the dagger. Xavi Simon says, I don't want the Saudi money, I want the love at Power Court. He's getting it. He's just giving us the dagger. Luton back to winning ways, courtesy of a Maldonado interception that leads to a Cox offload to Simons. And the Hatters will win. You'd love to see it. Mario and Coxie showing some love there. First time working together, man. Two of the favourites of the saves. We're on 40 million now. The only other player I'm thinking in my side right now that I wouldn't be against selling is Ryan Shirky, the French playmaker who's now just turned 30. He's got me an assist in the Premier League thus far, and he's doing okay. And he is still getting slightly better. 2 years left in his deal. Not against selling him, but I'd say he's probably the only player I consider letting go of. I'm definitely not selling Simons. Absolutely love the guy, man, at Milan, and still love him here at Luton as well. Pleasant surprise coming to Luton and finding him here. But I think at the moment, Shirky's the only player I consider selling out of my list of players that could raise me a little bit of cash heading into deadline day. Otherwise, we'll be working with a small budget for the remainder of the window. I think I'll wait for a natural bid. If none come in, we might just leave it there. And Newcastle, I'm sorry, it was a no on Simons, and it's a definite no on Pavel. He's going nowhere. Yep, so deadline day is here. Speaking of former Luton players, you see that Jashari's just moved on from Cadiz to Salernitana. Yeah, I don't know if we will do anything then on deadline day. Definitely going to consider it, but if we sold Shirky, we wouldn't have enough money for either the Bartman or Abdullah or Long, who are of course the other two players we would definitely go ahead and pick up. So if we if it would raise enough money for Long or Abdullah, of course I'd do it. But otherwise, it's not worth it. Even Bianco, I'd love to pick this guy up. Never got the chance to use him with Milan, but £201 million, Leicester. You do realise you're a mid-table side, right? So yeah, I think personally, might maybe sign someone for the squad, maybe Mariano's brother, but otherwise we'll be leaving the cash where it is. Bit for Ryan Giles, funnily enough, the only OG in this Luton Town team. It's been here since the very beginning, but he'll be staying to retirement, of course. Sorry, Manchester United, but you've got Camavinga, you're not taking Ryan as well. So a bid for Rene Hoffman from West Ham, but this guy looks really good, to be fair. Just 21 years old, already 84 overall. And I'll need to change those chunny little default boots, but otherwise he looks pretty solid. I love that's the only negative. Mate, your game is class. You're a fantastic physical specimen, but for Christ's sake, will you change those boots? Yeah, 2 hours to go. No bids coming in for Shirky. I said I'd only sell if it was a natural offer, so would that be in the case? No bid for Off-Mount, which will turn down. I'm just going to sign 1 or 2 more players for the squad, just to give us a bit more depth when we're competing for multiple honours this year. I'd say personally we could do another CM again, so you're not bringing in Maldonado's bro at Brighton. This guy, do you know where this guy was before Bayern, by the way? Millwall. He was at my team. God knows why. At 81 rated, 25 years old. I wish. But a few players out of the price range. What I have seen is a couple of players, if you remember, we had out of the academy with Luton Town. The Amos Bros, the Ghanaians. Justice is at Valencia. A left mid with, to be fair, some amazing technicals. And Kwa, do you remember Kwa? Sent him out to Wolves. Love the bleached blonde dreads, man. And they're both out of contract coming the end of the season. So I think possibly we could maybe try and bring them both back on deadline day. Both out of contract coming the end of the season. Both available from the market valuation to begin with. I'm going to go with a higher rated and slightly younger Kwa. I wonder if Freiburg would want Willock, because again, he's not really worth anything now. Well, I say not worth anything. Not worth much. Certainly not growing anymore. So that could possibly soften the transfer fee even more. So let's go 15 mil plus Igor. And they say no, they do want him, but a little bit more cash as well. We'll remove that sell-on clause, put the transfer fee down to £18 million. And that, I think, to me, yep, okay, that'll do me just fine. We'll go 18.75 mil. I believe Freiburg will accept that, and that will be an excellent deal. They'll get a decent Polish player in his mid-20s, but we'll get a much better player for the squad who's homegrown as well. That's a great deal. A 5-year, 55 grand a week deal, and Kwa is back at Power Court. Whilst personally, I don't think he's worth this kind of introduction. I wouldn't call him a global superstar. He could certainly still get better at just 23 years old and 83 overall. Yep, Amos is back. He just looks so cool, doesn't he? And again, with that 5-star skill moves, high work rates, and still getting better as well. I'm really pleased with that signing. That, to me, is one of the bargains of the window, and that is saying something. Again, the only negative, really, is we like those players that have got good defensive stats and good physicality as well. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I can really get those up in the amount of time it will take for him to become a better defence-based player. So I might just leave him on balance, to be fair. Even so, Amos is back. Do you go after his brother now, or just leave the money where it is? Nah, personally, I say just leave it. I just say leave the money where it is right now. Got a little bit of cash remaining, and yeah, you could maybe pick up 1 or 2 squad players. The return of cash in. Squad centre half, maybe. This lad from Marseille, possibly. But to be honest here, it wouldn't really add that much quality to the team. And whilst, again, the squad depth is low at 24, the only reason it's not 25 like we are with Sociedad is because we don't have a third choice goalkeeper. But really, as I said before, it's not exactly essential. So instead, I'm going to leave things as they are and get through the remainder of the window. And possibly in January, we'll look to make 1 or 2 more signings. So the summer window comes to its close. You'll see the top deals here as well. Gravenberch going to Milan for £55.5 million. God, he's getting about in the save, isn't he? A young new gen there going from Celta to Stade Rennais. And also Matteo Peratti going to Mönchengladbach. Not a crazy deadline day in the end, but I got 1 decent former Luton player returning, and that'll do me just fine. Right, when's the draw for the Europa League group stage? Have we had that yet? Have we had it? Not yet. Must be after this advance, surely, to Friday the 2nd. Yeah, I see there the two news the inboxes that the two new inboxes, the two new emails. Here we go. So the draw we've got in the group: Udinese, LASK, and it's those guys again. Cry over. I've faced them 3 times now in 2 European competitions. First in the Conference League with Sociedad. We faced them in the group, and then we faced them in the knockout stages. We got them again. We can't avoid these guys. Right, following game, first one outside the window, Brentford away in West London at the G-Tech. Always a tough place for me to go. Hopefully our first away day winning the Premier League this season. Come on, you Hatters. 5 minutes to go for the break. Still tied at 0-0. Had that many chances as of yet as Kowalczyk finds Garner. Back to Pavel. That's a great through ball. Simons is on there. And oh, straight at me. That is something I'm finding really hard in this year's FC. For some reason, when you shape up with the player's preferred foot there, I think it's pretty clear what I'm trying to do there. Bend it with the right foot to the far corner. Instead, oftentimes, they'll go with the weaker foot to the near post. It's like, why? It's so frustrating, man. Maybe it is just one of those things of position finishing. It's just another element that makes it so hard. Even so, still 0-0. Golden chance spurting there. Whoa. Melier has to be careful. In the end, just hoofs it. And wow. How did I not win that? How on earth did I not win that? Off the post. Oh, what a lucky escape. Off the post. And cleared in the nick of time. Still 0-0. Make no mistake about it, this would be a slip-up. Lovely bit of skill by Cox. How's your pass, mate? Just as good. Simons, what a turnaround this could be. Pavel! When your luck is in, you've got to acknowledge it. Good fortune in West London. Pavel opens the scoring, but that is a really lucky goal. Should have got a goal down, instead go a goal up. Like I said, I'll always acknowledge when I've had some good luck, and that is very fortunate indeed. As Luton take their chance, but oh, what a save, Kaczmarek. And Christensen will clear. Last chance for Brentford in stoppage time. Cross to the far post, controlled. Albi Garner jockeying. Oh, one inside. Hoffman is there. Well in, young man, and that will do it. Luton struggled defensively in our opening 3, but now back-to-back clean sheets and back-to-back wins. And our first away day 1 of the season. Big 3 points in West London now. Massive. Right, we'll do a couple more because I want to play that first European game against Udinese with Luton. Next up, Nottingham Forest at home, aiming to keep our 100% starter power court going. Hoffman picks it up. He's got space to dig here, so, well, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Oh dear. I don't know what on earth I was trying to do there with my centre half. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yeah, that was just silly. There's Forest starting off, trying to get a foothold in the game, but right now it's all Luton in the early stages, and I'd say that opening goal is coming. Coxsmith, oh, wonderful! Welcome back, Mr. Cox. Ryan Shirky spots someone in the crowd and says, I only got a picture of that one because it's my first goal of the season. But really, I hope the camera was on that live mode you get on iPhone, where it sort of like shows you a video, not just a picture, because that is a beauty of an assist by Mr. Joel Cox. Luton in front early. Yeah, I wondered why my iPhone storage was filling up quite quickly, because I don't actually take that many photos. I took quite a lot on my last trip. But I was like, why is my storage filling up so quickly? And I realised it's because I've got my live thingy on, which is obviously a bit pointless for the most part. But as Kowalczyk goes down, that's a worry. I think that would be a 5-day injury, but possibly a little bit longer. I'll keep my eyes on it. He's just hit 93 overall. And like I said, it's the only concern I've got with this team. It's a small squad. So when competing for major honours, or multiple honours I should say, that makes things a little bit tricky. And that's the one thing to keep my eyes on there. As Cox looks for him, and it'll be cut out in the nick of time. Kaczmarek, quick bowl out, finds Xavi Simons. Excellent start to the season for him. And an even better start for this man, Pavel. And an even better start in this game for this man, Ryan. And a great start for this man, Cox. And basically what I'm saying here is Luton Town are off to a great start this season. Joel Cox gets a goal to go along with the assist. That's a wonderful move building from the back, that. And Luton go 2 up before the break. Almost there, across the middle. Sebastian heads clear, and that should do it. Ref, please. Where's that final whistle? Come on now. In it goes again. Out comes Kaczmarek. Brave keeping. And that's now 3 clean sheets on the trot for Piotr and 3 straight wins. How do you respond? Actions, not words. Don't talk about it, be about it. Big damaging loss away at Old Trafford, but a perfect response. Right, let's do one more final game. Europa League group opener against a good Udinese side, to be fair, at Power Court. Played this competition twice in the save so far. Haven't won it either time. Will this be 3rd time lucky when asked to win the treble this year? Our final game, Udinese at home. A great game in this first half as Udinese, almost struck first blood there right before the break. Christensen deflects it behind for a corner, still 0-0. They've actually got a very good team. They've got the young wonder kid from Dortmund, Bino Gittens. They've got one of my favourite players in Kefren Turam. Our former centre-half, Malik at the back as well. So it's not a bad team, but you know what I'm saying, got to win your home games. So far, starting the group off with a draw, not an ideal start. Let's find a winner in the second and end on that. This is a tough old game, this. One of the toughest to start the season off with Luton. Still tied at 0-0. Can we find a late winner in a game of few chances? Christensen just about pokes it through to Qua. I've got a man to the right. Can I offload to him? Yes, I can. Back inside. Qua, have a dig. Oh, good save. And turn behind for a corner. 20 to go. Still tied at 0-0. Yeah, I'll have to make a lot of changes for this game. No Cox, no Kowalczyk. It's Johnson's shots blocked, and at the moment... oh, hang on. Davey! Oh, off the post! Thought it was bending in. Off the woodwork, still 0-0. As Maldonado once again wins it back, but I just don't see that winner coming now. Just left it far too late. And the Europa League is just not my competition. With Luton, we were knocked out in the semis, I think it was. With Milan in our first year, we were knocked out in the quarters. And with this Luton team, starting off with a draw at home, not exactly the ideal start in what is supposed to be a winnable competition. But that will end today's episode of the EA FC career, guys. So big thank you all. Hope you enjoyed it. If you had, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode, the final one in double digits, episode 99. Look forward to that, man, and it'll be coming out tomorrow. Have a great day. Much love, and I'll see you for it tomorrow afternoon.